What's up, Unbox? My name is John, and today we are taking a look at the Zenfone Selfie. This is a video hands-on. Carlo, our EIC, already did his text hands-on, so now we're doing a video hands-on for people who actually want to see this thing in action. So the Zenfone Selfie. The Zenfone Selfie was announced back in June during Computex. It was actually given the price, was officially launched, meaning may presyo na, in India, the Zen Festival of Asus in India. The Zenfone Selfie, if you haven't guessed at all from the name, is actually a phone that's meant to cater to the growing selfie market. I guess that's what you call it for people who actually like taking selfies of themselves and of their loved ones. Then that's and if there's any market that Pinoys love, it's the selfie market. Pinoys really love taking selfies. So this is an obvious fit for the people here in the Philippines. I'm guessing Asus will be actually selling a lot of these once they actually do start selling. Now the Zenfone Selfie, since it's part of the Zenfone family, it kind of looks like a Zenfone. But the way that you can actually determine that if it's a selfie or just a regular Zenfone is this. Let me zoom that in so you can see. That is the selfie part of the Zenfone Selfie. That is a 13 megapixel rear camera that has a dual LED real tone flash. So what makes that actually good for people is that it has an aperture of an f2.2. That means it will let in a lot of light. Has wide angle lens, and as I said, dual LED real tone flash. Sorry. So when you actually take a selfie with the flash here, hindi ka mukhang foundation day na mukha kang multo, diba? So your skin will actually look natural. So kaya nga real tone flash yung totoong skin tone mo ilalabas. So that's what makes the selfie. So what's interesting about the Zenfone Selfie is that this particular phone is one of the newest crop of Asus or Zenphones that actually use a Qualcomm Snapdragon processor. If just a little history lesson, when Asus actually launched their Zenfone 4, 5, and 6 last year, and Zenfone 2 and all the other Zenphones before the Selfie and all the other Zenphones when they launched in India, all those phones were all powered by Intel Atom processors. Now there were Zenfone 5s and Zenfone 6 devices that were actually powered by Qualcomm for the LTE versions of those phones, which they weren't really actually sold a lot. Mostly they were in Taiwan and very select markets. Now that's changed with the Zenfone Selfie, the Zenfone Laser, and the Zenfone Max. All of those phones that I mentioned will be sporting Qualcomm Snapdragon processors, which is something that Intel might not be really happy of. Intel might not like that, simply because a lot of people love Asus phones and Zenphones, and Asus is expecting to be selling a lot of Zenphones this year. So Intel probably doesn't like a Qualcomm getting some of the money that should be going entirely to them, but whatever. So the Zenfone Selfie, aside from the Qualcomm Snapdragon 615 processor, you are looking at either 2 gig or 3 gig of RAM, 16 or 32 gig of storage. So to make that easy for you, the versions are 2 gig RAM, 16 gig storage, 3 gig RAM, 32 gig of storage. So both of those phones, those are SKUs or variants of the phone. So both of those phones will have a 5.5-inch Full HD display with Gorilla Glass 4. This particular camera is a 13 megapixel rear camera, f2.0 aperture, dual LED real tone flash, and this is a laser autofocus system. Laser AF is essentially uses a laser to allow the phone to focus in whatever you're pointing at. So this allows the camera to actually have really fast focus speeds, so you can actually take a photo faster. It's the same laser AF that the LG G3 used, LG G4 used. What the difference is with phased AF, you know, they say the laser autofocus is faster than the phased AF, but whatever. It's just a few milliseconds anyway. So just like other Zen phones, this particular phone you can actually remove the rear cover, which I will try to do now. Let's try that. It's kind of hard because I just cut my nails. So, there we go. So, as you can see, removable back. Also, this is a removable battery, which kind of is a first, actually. It's one of the first Zen phones I actually saw with a removable battery. Dual SIM, and there is a micro SD storage there. I'm not going to take the battery out because it's going to reset our Antutu ratings, which I will show you in a bit. So that's it for the rear. The Zenfone Selfie, Asus is actually making Zen phones. Really, they all kind of look alike, which I can't really fault them for that, because they actually want the Zen phones to have a particular look. So it's curved back, it has a Zen design finish in front and the chin. The what do you call this? The bezels and physical keys. I kind of get that, but then again, they might actually want to start trying something new design-wise, because ang hirap kasi i-differentiate yung mga phones nila when they all kind of look alike. So I've installed a couple of things here. We have Antutu and we have Feature Fight. We're going to be seeing how the phone is. Just like the previous phones. I don't know, obviously nakita nyo na kanina, but bears repeating. Anyway, this is the volume key. This is how you adjust the volume in a Zenfone. This is the power key. So the setup is kind of like a LG G3 or G2. So just for overall size comparison, one thing that might not actually endear you to the Zenfone Selfie is how big it is. It's actually rather substantial. I have another Android phone here. This is the Note 5. I'm only using this as a, before you actually overreact and bakit kinukumpara niya ang very high-end phone, Zenfone Selfie, I'm only using it as a size reference, guys. Relax. So this is a 5.5-inch Full HD display, 5.7-inch QHD display. So as you can see, they're almost the same size. Let me put that. Actually, the Zenfone Selfie is a little bit bigger. It's just a fraction of a hair. But that actually puts in perspective how the screen to body ratio of the Zenfone Selfie. So now that that's done, let's take a look at the Antutu score. So I don't know if you can see that. Let me zoom in so you guys can see. That is 34,797. Again, that's not amazing. Snapdragon 615 isn't a particularly powerful processor. It's all right. It's a mid-range processor. It's not gonna set speed records, but what's important is it's a power-efficient processor. We've actually seen phones that have small batteries that last around a day. Sometimes a day and a half. The batteries are around 2,500 mAh on a Snapdragon 615 processor. So the trade-off is that you're getting a much longer battery life at the expense of pure or raw horsepower. So I know a lot of people who will actually gladly take that trade just so their phones will last the end of the day. This phone has LTE, obviously, Snapdragon 615. Our review version is a, what do we call this, 3 gig, 32 gig version. So let's take a look at that now. Don't bother us. So let's take a look at everything here. So this is Qualcomm Snapdragon, I don't know if you can see that, Snapdragon 615, Adreno 405, Full HD resolution, 13 megapixel rear camera, 3 gig of RAM. It's running at 1.3 gigahertz. So that's octa-core 1.3 gigahertz processor. So that's not bad. So let's take a look. Let's do a short gaming test on Marble Feature Fight. So yes, that Mabo. So we actually just installed this. Come, move faster. So we just installed this, so we're gonna go through the initial, what do you call this? We're gonna go through the beginning stage where there's a lot of things going on screen, so it allows you to actually see if the phone is capable of gaming. It's on auto, so it's kind of dim. Let's make that brighter. Okay. So we're gonna go through the tutorial stage. If you are actually familiar with this, so we have access to a lot of supers, a lot of fancy screen things. Yes. So you can see there's a bit of lag. It's not terrible. Yes, sir. I know. Okay. Let's start. So there is definitely some lag. But it's not so bad, actually. It's completely tolerable. Oh, there you go. That was a huge lag spike. So we're gonna start using supers like crazy just to see what it actually looks like with a lot of graphics on screen. Okay, so it wasn't as bad as we thought. The gaming experience was actually rather fluid. There was a little bit of lag in very, what do you call this, very heavy or a lot of graphic intensive scenes. Now that we've finished looking at the hardware and also the performance of the Selfie, let's take a look at the camera experience of the Selfie. So let's turn on the camera. So the camera, as you can see, we're taking a photo of, I don't know if you saw that, that's an Imperial Raider. It's a Star Wars thing for all the Star Wars nerds out there. So that is the Imperial Raider. So let's take a look at some of the shooting modes here. So you can see there's a number of shooting modes that's present in Zenfone 2. That's also present in Selfie. Low light, night. This is the super low light mode. As the that's something that the Zenfone 2 and the original Zenfones is actually known for. So there's all of that. There's also slow motion, time lapse, time rewind, smart remove, all smiles, all of that, and GIF animation, whatever. So let's open up the manual mode. So manual mode, you actually get you can adjust a lot of things. This is the focus. So that's the focus. So you can actually, let's put that back in auto. This is shutter speed. Obviously shows slower shutter speed, lets in more light, and you can shoot. You can probably do a lot of nice effects with that. This ISO goes as high as 800. Exposure compensation, white balance as well. So let's take a look at the selfie part of the Zenfone Selfie. Hi guys. Sorry, there's a fan behind me and it's blowing away my hair. Anyway, so this is the Zenfone Selfie. As you can see, it's super wide angle. You can see my terrible looking room. Sorry about that. Room's a mess. I haven't actually changed or have chance to clean it up. Anyway, so you can see Zenfone Selfie is actually taking all of that in. You can also see it's very nifty and handy dandy Sony Mark II, Sony A7 Mark II, which we actually use to take videos and photos. This is an awesome camera. If you have enough money to buy it, buy one, because it's one of the best cameras around. So anyway, so that is the Zenfone Selfie. That is a very nice camera, both in front and the back. Asus will be launching this here in the Philippines and at August 29. So that particular event is open to the public. You can actually join us if you've registered. If there's still room, or if you haven't registered yet, you can try your luck at incrediblecomestomanila.com. You go to that website, and from there you can actually secure your invite to actually join us during the event. So if you do manage to join us at the event, try and look for us. I'm going to be the big guy actually is running around covering the event. So if you can't join us during that date, you can also follow us on Facebook if you haven't already, Facebook/Unbox. You can also follow us on Twitter. We're going to be doing blow by blow account of the event during August 29. We're going to be telling you guys what the pricing is for the Zenfone Selfie, and also the Zenfone Laser and the Zenfone Deluxe. We're not sure if the Zenfone Max will be there. They haven't actually sent out review units for that, so we're gonna see if we can actually get the prices for that early. If we can't, well, just follow us in during the event. So that's it pretty much for this video hands-on. Thank you very much for listening to me ramble. We're gonna be doing another video hands-on in a few hours of the Zenfone Laser as well. Thank you very much, Unbox. Peace out.